So, I tried to tell y'all, Jesus, man, it's cold out here, man. It ain't. Okay. So, there's this incident in South Africa, mind you. When Jay Rollo did what he did, they made it seem like Passport Bros is going on to Africa and they sex tourists and shit. Also, I found out somebody who used to listen to me is now at war with somebody else. So somebody told me exactly what was going on, because I was in the Andrew Show chat room catching up on some lives, and I saw Phantom Clutch inside the chat argue with somebody, and I didn't know that they would have beef with each other about the Passport Bro stuff, and I don't even know what's going on because I listen to videos, but sometimes my analytics is going crazy. This is how I know the story about this white dude shooting porn in Africa. It's called African casting, and the girl is South African, and your boy took advantage of her by tricking, right? The shit they said that Passport Bros is. Mind you, they never gonna call white boys a criminal organization. They're never gonna call the white dudes who run porn sites criminal organizations, even though they make more money than quote unquote Passport Bros. You gotta understand, they don't like black folks, or should I say they don't like black men having an advantage or traveling, right? That's why they put the J. Rollos, Austin Hollimans, and Floyds out there, right? They implanted these crash outs in order to crash the movement. So, in a way, they accomplished it. So Stephanie Regallo, back in December, talked about Passport Bros because the whole Floyd shit happens. So now she wants everybody who has a passport on their name to get investigated, saying it's a criminal organization. And I gotta ask this question: don't criminal organizations have billions and millions of dollars? How the fuck can you call a criminal organization when they gotta go online and beg for money? I never know any criminal organization that ever had an online link to beg for money. The cartels are not online begging for money. The mob never begged for money outside. The Crips and the Bloods, they're not online begging for money. Not that I see. So how the fuck is Passport Bros a criminal organization when most Passport Bros got jobs? Some of them got careers just to travel, but they're a criminal organization now. You see the wordplay that these motherfuckers are using in order to stop you from traveling? Now, because of Floyd bitch ass, a fucking known criminal, career criminal, a career crash out, now everybody gotta keep it a secret now. Kind of like what MGTOW did. People didn't notice that MGTOW went underground, went back underground. They still exist, but they're not on YouTube like that anymore. So, okay, let's see. So they're not on YouTube anymore, and they went underground because YouTube was actually intentionally sabotaging MGTOW channels and costing them money, taking their channels. Some MGTOW guys went through 10 channels before they just gave up and got their own websites. And they archived their videos on their own websites. And they went back underground. I wonder why the anti-passport bros are not talking about the scenario where a white dude banged the fuck out of a South African girl on camera for a little bit of change, and then she got played outside all of that. Why they not doing the same thing they did to Austin Holloman and Jay Rallo? Why they not standing with signs and talking about him and saying all this shit? I told y'all niggas that. I told y'all that white boys has been shooting porn. In Cuba. They shoot porn in Cuba, Thailand, Brazil, Colombia. They got porn companies all over the world where they exploit women, and none of these motherfuckers ever said anything. They don't go after them. They don't do shit. You know why? Because they get paid the fuck off. Niggas don't understand that you have to be valuable in order to be a delinquent. White boys, they understand that in order for them to be the most despicable motherfuckers and do the despicable things, they gotta pay off everybody. Niggas, they like to do the most despicable things and then say, I'm just that nigga, without any type of consequences. And then when everybody else fall back and get their shit fucked up and they fuck up a whole entire movement, they get to go back into where they came from and fuck up somebody else's movement. That's what Jay Rallo did. That's what also Holloman did. But I wonder why we don't have this whole thing talking about this white boy taking advantage of this South African chick. Why? It's news all over, but it's not the same press that we get when Jay Rallo got caught. I'm trying to understand this. So I'm really wondering. All of the things that I said pretty much is true. I told you that these feminist enforcement units are there to talk about men and keep us in line, but mainly black men. We're not supposed to go nowhere. We're supposed to stay being tools, right? What's up with these damn street sweepers, man? What the fuck are they doing? They're curling everywhere. They fucking oh, goddamn, man. So I told you that instead of them going after, oh, come on, man. Instead of them going after the ones they should have gone after, they're now placing the blame on everybody. Now, mind you, these are the same people who want you to have discernment on their group of people, right? So if a trans person does something, they want you to say, no, that's not all trans. If, the black chick does something, oh, that's not every black woman. Remember, not all. But when it comes down to a group they don't like, a group of people they don't like, they will always say, all of y'all, they will try to dictate how you act and how they want to control you. Mind you, there was a woman that I showed y'all that was doing the most shit, and nobody went after her. Now, they blocked a lot of people. They took a lot of people's channels down. Now, out of all those channels, I don't even think one was deserved. But Skyler, I don't know, he was doing too much. I don't know why he was talking the way he was talking, but it was kind of this arrogant shit that he was talking. And instead of him covering his bases, he decided to do something else. From the grapevine, the reason why all these people's channels was deleted, because they was promoting shit. Now the dude Geo, whatever that dude name is, that dude's channel was all about women and posting them, which is stupid. They said something about him not paying somebody. Him not paying somebody or something. And then there was a girl that was harassing. Then look, one of the reasons why the traveling space got fucked up is because we opened it to the wrong niggas who should have never been traveling in the first place that we was getting away from. These are, I got game and I don't need to pay for stuff, right? It's not the fact that you going over there and you overpricing shit and whatever they talking about. Because I can tell you this right now. You can't be a fucking criminal organization like they tried to do to P. Diddy. When they tried to use RICO on P. Diddy and it didn't stick, what they're trying to do legally is trying to grab as much people as they can to see who doing something. And they're trying to make your life miserable so you don't travel. And they want the white men to travel and do whatever the fuck they want. And you stay where you should be at. It's all a little scam, right? Or you don't tell other men how to get out of the situation they in. And a lot of men who dealt with women over here and they tired of them, they won't know where to go at. They don't know what to do, right? They just gonna have to keep going in the circles, or have corny ass O'Shea tell you to go to Africa and then get played by an African chick, and then he'll tell you that you picked the wrong African chick, like he did, like they do when you fuck up when you pick the wrong black chick, right? Tell you to keep going until you deplete yourself mentally, physically, and financially. Damn, it's cold as hell. But I already know the play. I don't know how 2026 gonna look, but I want to see how this shit turns out. This is one of the reasons why I think me traveling wasn't a thing, because if I would have traveled in 2020, I would have been caught up in this bullshit with these fucking idiots traveling the wrong way. The J. Rollos. Like, I think next time, y'all need to start banning motherfuckers. Y'all need to start having some discernment. Y'all need to start having a ranking system. Y'all need to see who is going to cost the movement money or cost the movement a bad image. And if you see somebody that is acting like they passport bros, you blacklist them. And you make sure that if anybody is in those spaces, you put them on the list too. Because this is kind of ridiculous now. Calling Passport Bro a criminal organization. Like, a niggas is out here making billions of dollars off of going overseas paying. They're losing more money than they making money. And they're like, oh, these guys are making... So give me a litmus test of how much guys are making traveling, going overseas, promoting women. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me these guys making millions and millions of dollars. I don't think so. Floyd wasn't making shit. That's the reason why he got in the way he is. Rumor is he was approached by a bunch of local sick dudes in that sick ass rain. And also, it was told that the mom of the girls gave Floyd, I ain't gonna say permission. Oh, well, they gave him permission, but they allowed that shit to go down. I mean, they sell that shit to white boys, but we don't see no organization bullshit put tagged on the white boys overseas. I can point out all types of porn sites for them traveling overseas. Asian Diary, African Casting, Thailand Stories. There's Patreons. No, there's OnlyFans niggas on there who are promoting themselves. And these are white boys. They're not black. But niggas ain't saying nothing about them. Nobody's saying anything about them. Yeah, I'm not stupid. One of the things that I learned about okay, hurry up. One thing I learned is that you have to pay attention to what they don't talk about compared to what they do talk about. It's about your black ass not going overseas. And when I get into it with somebody, when they be like, it's about going overseas and finding a wife and finding a girlfriend, it's like, so what you want dudes to go over there and find the first woman they see and then date them? I mean, that's kind of like somebody telling you to go to church and find the first church girl you see and date her without knowing the background or anything like that. It's real unrealistic to think that somebody's going to travel and they not going to have no fun dating until they get married. It's weird to hear motherfuckers say something like that, like it works out like that in the dreamland. But I also understand from the other part is that Mongol culture, so-called tricking culture, was there already. There's many Mongol channels that nobody talked about. There was many so-called Mongol channels that nobody was talking about. And they were showing women and doing all crazy shit. And you ain't say anything. It's because Austin Holloman put a target on Passport Bros' back. To a point it made enemies. And then when it became too hot, he decided to leave the organization or leave the movement and say he's something else. Now he's trotting around in an African country with a light-skinned African chick, enjoying the fact that he destroyed a movement, and the people he hanged out with, aka Floyd, is now basically the cause of the former movement that he destroyed. This is why I say you gotta have the anti-nigga kryptonite. When you have that, a lot of these dudes are never gonna come near whatever you build. You have to foolproof it again. You have to anti-nigga it. It has to be. They have to see what you do is lame, so they never do it. Even if it makes a lot of money, you have to make it so hard for them to even get into that space that they're gonna give up. Oh. Because all of this shit is ridiculous. At some point, are y'all gonna continue to let these motherfuckers come in and destroy shit and then go about their business? Jay Rollo's gonna go back to doing whatever he was doing before he jumped in Passport Bros. Austin Holloman is continue to do scam and shit and fake consultations. And the rest of these dudes, like the Gino dude and all these other guys, I don't mean to be the guy who says that shit, because even if it comes from me, you know it's true. A lot of these dudes seem like they never had anything, or never had a chick or something. Because if you got to keep posting girls, and if it's not for the entertainment part aspect, or showing them and showing the environments and showing particular chicks so you can promote the kind of different girls that are out there, and leave it at that and stop doing that, then it showed that you was never that kind of dude over here. And I'm not saying that you had to be that dude, but you had at least once in your life, twice in your life, you had to be somewhat desired. Even if it was your childhood, teenage years, in your 20s. Some of these dudes seem like they never had that. Like the Gino dude. I mean, all his page was showing chicks off and doing all that. And I'm like, you still doing this bullshit. And you think that you was going to be, oh, I don't fuck with Passport Bros no more. It didn't work out. There's people but there's smaller channels that got knocked down too. It's weird, right? So, to me, YouTube is doing what they do. I told everybody how feminist is a $1 trillion backed movement. You can't compare Red Pill, MGTOW as a movement comparable to feminism, because feminism has 170 years ahead of Red Pill. And they also have trillions of dollars and probably thousands of companies backing them. Then you have the Passport Bro shit being labeled as a criminal organization. And everybody knows what that is. It's to use the biggest, the worst, severe, big words against a group of people in order for them to stop doing what they're doing and stop you moving, right? So they want to keep you quiet. At the same time, Stephanie Regalo, her piece of shit ass, dumped her dark-skinned Brazilian husband to get with an African-American Grammy winner. So she monkey branches off of a poor husband that she had to go with a semi-successful, semi-rich black guy who's light-skinned. So we understand what she was doing. And a lot of these feminists, when I see them in the chat, I mean, their comments in Brazil, but basically, a lot of the ugly chicks, they want to be wifed up by the quote-unquote Passport Bros. They're trying to get wifed up, and they're mad because the Passport Bros are not going after those particular chicks. They're going after the youngers, and they're trying to stop that. I never said that every country was sunshines and rainbows, because we already knew that wasn't the case. But some people are going to have to experiment with another place around the world, and you don't tell anybody. You don't make it known. You keep it to yourself. That's the only way for you to be happy, because this is what happened when you shared it to the wrong people, and they end up destroying the whole damn movement that it was here before these motherfuckers was here. And they literally destroyed it. And they're going to go about their business and destroy another place. Man of Tomorrow was right about that back then. Not now. But he was right about these niggas when he said that they will keep going. They will keep going from one movement to the next movement to the next movement, destroying every movement they in. and go about their business when it doesn't work out. You gotta stop these people from ever destroying your movement. You gotta close the gates. And you can vet an online space based off who you see dealing in dumb shit. But I wonder why none of these people who talk about Passport Bros talking about this situation here.